Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I will be checking out a new single from Paledusk. It is called Area PD, and this is my first time covering Paledusk on the channel for a video, but I found this band through the live stream request that I used to do where somebody requested one of their tracks and then we did a few more, and that's really how I found this band. Shout out to Grayscale Records for sending this over to me in time to make a video for release. I'm very stoked to check it out. I'm expecting it to be heavy. I will link all their social media in the description of this video. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it. Oh! Oh, pick it back up. Wow. This in a 3-minute Wow. Paledusk, Area PD, let's discuss. Organized chaos with a big sound, and like I had mentioned, I had checked the runtime before I started the video, and during it I had second guessed myself. I'm like, I did check and that said a 3-minute track, right? Because not that it felt dragged out or anything, but there is just so much that happens in that 3 minutes, and there was, you know, I don't mean to start with something that like I didn't vibe with the most, but I just mean this because even the thing that I didn't like, the part that stuck out to me, like, oh, I normally wouldn't like love this, had elements behind it that sort of carried it, if that makes sense. So what I'm talking about is the part where the melody is like, it's because it's not the full, I don't want to say the full, it's just the part where it's like, fuck your friends and fuck your music. I don't remember the order in which I've only heard the song one time, but that part you know, I'm not sure if it's like upbeat sounding or what it really reminds me of, but that's normally like not my thing completely. And that I find that with a lot of like the more chaotic stuff, it usually dips into stuff that maybe I find that, but this has definitely been the track where I felt it was carried the most to where I didn't even mind, you know, because anyway, so let me get into the rest of the stuff that I wanted to mention. Production on this, definitely a key thing, and I've been talking about some tracks recently where that is important, like with more atmospheric sounding pieces and stuff that's more ambient. That I do feel that's very important, but also it's equally the case in stuff like this that's chaotic and that can, you know, that switches in like a millisecond. Pieces like that also need to have high quality production, because otherwise a lot of that stuff, it won't sound as clean, it won't translate the same as it does when you can hear it like this. Like the use of the piano in this and that area of the song is really a good example, I think, of that sticking out, because that section sort of morphs into an entirely different sound while still using the keys, and the way it sort of it carries over that, like, I'm not sure how you would describe the sound of like the way it clashes against the rest of the instrumentals with the keys there, but like the use of that wouldn't translate the same, I don't think, if you couldn't hear the details as clearly, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna stop carrying on about that, but the ability of the riffs to sort of shift with the chaos in the rest of the song, and some of it the vocal drops as well, those things almost like, and I don't want to say this just because they've recently put out a song or because they're also on the same label, but with Make Them Suffer, sort of like the Drown With Me sound, some of those drops, that is almost what very brief glimpses of this reminded me of, and at the same time, like, 2 seconds later, completely different feel. So a lot to digest in one listen. I'll need to do a lot more. As I had mentioned, I haven't done a ton of listening to Paledusk, but I've done requests on the live streams and such, and they're really a band that I'm planning on doing more listening to, and hearing this newer track, I know that is something I need to do. So let me know what you thought in the comments. That's sort of like a disorganized, sort of a chaotic recap of my thoughts, I guess, because I'm surely missing some key stuff that stood out to me as well. But I guess when there are like overwhelming amounts of things to take in like a shorter track, sometimes that happens. So those are my thoughts after first listen. I will link the music video I used in this reaction, as well as Paledusk's social media and all of that good stuff, in the description of this video. Other than that, you can also find my link tree, which will have, as always, the invite for the Discord server, where we have music-related conversation unrelated to music. We have channels for new music, spoiler threads for people who've already listened, so they don't spoil it for those who haven't. We have Last FM stats, places for merch flexing, to share your own music you've made, and then also channels unrelated to music, like entertainment, movies, games, pets, all sorts of stuff. So if you're interested in coming to join, check out the community. That will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link, where I post all music related content, a chart every Friday of the top 25, what I have listened to most over the course of the week, singles, albums, EPs, whatever the case is that week, and how much I've listened to each thing on the chart. And then I also post my merch collection, which usually once or twice I will post a week merch. I am always adding to my merch collection, getting new stuff, and then I will post about shows sometimes as well, if I've been to one recently and have pictures or videos to share, stuff like that. You get the idea. So if that interests you at all, my handle on there is the same as my YouTube channel. It is Rachel Reacts, but again, it will be in that link tree if you have any interest in following me. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.